My name's Janine Stowers. I'm from Cultivate, and this is my story. I grew up in a Christian home. My parents were in full-time ministry, and they loved the Lord. I committed my life to the Lord when I was young. I believed in God. I respected God. But when I look back on my life, for the first 20 years of my life, I felt I was just going through the motions. I was living life my own way, and I thought that should feel really good. But it was the most painful, I was the most depressed, anxious, and sad I'd ever been in my whole life. And I couldn't understand why. I look back now and I realize God was allowing me to wrestle with life apart from Him. I remember returning home after a few years feeling pretty broken and empty inside. And I got to be around Christian community again. My family who loved me, who accepted me. I got to experience the Lord's kindness through His people. I started to feel the Lord soften my heart towards Him. I remember one night, I felt the Lord telling me that I was at a crossroads in my life. He said to me, I could either choose to follow Him or I could continue down the path that I'd been going down, which He was no part of and which was destructive for me. And by God's grace, I chose to fully surrender my life to Him that night. I remember being on my knees, tears streaming down my face, giving Him all my guilt and my shame and all the parts of me that I was not able to fix on my own. That was 20 years ago. And I will tell you that the Lord has completely changed my life. If God can use my story to bring Him glory for how He's changed my life and to share my life with others who don't know Him, then praise the Lord. God pursued me, He came after me, and He drew me back to Him. I think people had known I had been through trials and struggles. They welcomed me in and they listened to me. They didn't judge me and they loved me with the Lord's love. I would say kind of a heart that God has given me is to come alongside women who are struggling, whether it's through motherhood or relationships, to just share what I've been through. And I feel that often breaks down barriers and allows other people to be vulnerable and to see that you don't have to be perfect to come to the Lord, that He meets you where you're at. He's the one that does any change in us. We can't make those changes on our own. God has given each of us a story to share with others. No matter how small or how big your story is, or how insignificant you might think it is, God has given you your story, and He will use that to draw others to Him. So trust Him when the opportunity arises to share what's on your heart with others.